Hey, Dr. Carlos Sanchez here with that much promised recap of today's focus meeting. So every Monday we get together here in my office and we basically talk about different topics that have to do with business development, personal development, professional development, and so forth. So today we talked a little bit about some things that create your behavior. You see, the premise is that we have the most magnificent apparatus for creating behavior ever put together in the history of the universe. And of course, that's our nervous system. And the way we use our nervous system, of course, is up to us. But all of us have hardwired within us a certain amount of filtration systems or filters that change reality based on what our filters contain. I know that sounds like a lot, so let me explain. In essence, you behave the way you behave because of your values, attitude, belief systems, decisions you've made, and your memory. So all these values, beliefs, attitude, memory, etc., are all your filters that change reality based on your experience and based on what you've learned. So today what we talked about is real simple. It's just that the fact that your business is doing what it's doing is because of the way you think. And if you want your business to change or to improve, basically you've got to improve yourself or change yourself in one way or the other. The cool thing about all of this is, like I said, we're hardwired from the factory. All of us have beliefs, values, attitudes, memories, and decisions that we've made. So all of us have this. The content itself, the quality of beliefs, values, attitudes, and all this depends on what we've learned, what we've been exposed to, etc. So let me explain real quick what these filters are. And then I'll tell you another thing, and that is that we can change every single one of them, and we're going to have other videos that are going to talk about how to change them. But right now, let me just explain what they are. So the first one is values. Values are that which matter most to you, your priorities, the things that you value most in your business, things like customer relations, money, exposure, visibility, etc., etc. So values are very important because if your values are not aligned, that means that if you're not congruent with what you want, what matters most to you in your business, it's real likely that your business will flounder a little bit because the values conflict itself will create problems for you. Here's an example. There's bumper stickers out there that say, I'd rather be golfing, for instance. So the person who's driving during hours that they should be working has an internal conflict, and he's saying to himself or her, I'd rather be doing something else. So they value the activity, and they don't necessarily value their job. That creates a conflict because they perform below standards and basically they're not up to par because they have a values conflict. Values conflict are extremely important to eliminate, and we can talk to you about that. The next one is beliefs. So your beliefs also filter your reality. So if you have a belief system that says, I can sell, I can be a good business person, that's going to support you. But if you have a belief system that says you cannot do this, then you'll have an issue there with your capability, whether or not you can do. So beliefs also, they filter our reality. So remember, everything that's outside of you is filtered and creates an internal representation within you that gives you a feeling that creates then your behavior, okay? So outside comes in through our perceptual system, right? What we see, hear, feel, taste, smell. It comes into our brain, it's processed through our beliefs and our values. And if there's any conflicts there, we'll have a distorted version of reality versus what's actually out there, and that might create a problem. So after your beliefs and your values, we also talk about your attitude. Your attitude is your evaluation of things. Actually, let me go back. Your belief system is your declaration of truth. It's what you think is right, it's what you think is the way it is, and that's what constitutes your belief system. Okay. So your attitude is your evaluation of things. So once you've seen something, you basically make a judgment and you create your own attitude about it. Again, it's a learned process. So attitude is very easy to change as long as we realize if there's a conflict in attitude about what you're doing in your business, like let's say for instance, you want to make a lot of money, but you think money is the root of all evil, so your attitude about money is not good, you will not make a lot of money because you will have a conflict and it will stop it. You'll sabotage it, you'll do something about it, but it won't work. All right? So that's your beliefs, values, attitudes. Then we have your memory. And with your memory is where a lot of people get tripped up because you can look at your beliefs and start moving them and changing them a little bit. Your values you can change, but your memory is unconscious and it's a deeper level unconscious, which means if you have a memory within you of not having enough money, for instance, at home, and you're trying to make money right now in your business, you'll realize that it's very hard to make money because your memory is designed to remind you of the way the world is supposed to be. So if you have, for instance, an income of $10,000 this month, and your memory tells you you should have $5,000, you will get very uncomfortable until you spend a $5,000, so you reach the $5,000 threshold that your memory says is good, and therefore you can't make the money you want to make. So memory is gigantic in all of this, in aligning yourself with your business and with your purpose. So you want to be sure that your memory is clear of all kinds of trauma regarding business ventures, how hard you have to work, things like that. And by the way, if your memory tells you you can't have enough money, or you can't have enough love, or you can't have enough of anything, or that this doesn't exist, then you will not have it, because your memory guides your internal process. It also guides your self-image. So you want to be careful with making sure that if there are any trauma or anything like that within your memory, that's covered and taken care of. The last one is decisions you've made. There's a book called The 4 Agreements where Don Miguel Ruiz talks about 4 agreements about things, right? I'm not sure what I forget. One of them is don't take things personally, always do the best you can, don't make any assumptions, and I think the first one has to do with something else, but I don't remember right now. It doesn't matter. The 4 agreements are all decisions we make that somebody teaches us, and we decide, okay, that's the way reality is going to be for us. And we decide at a very early age, really bizarre things like, I can't have love in my life, I can't have a prosperous business, or people like us don't have or can't be. All of these decisions also filter your awareness. They also change where you look and what you look at when you're trying to achieve anything in your business. So all of this is what we discussed this morning, because to really understand is when you have this filtration system, and we all have it, you want to make sure that the quality of your filtration system within you is high level so that you can achieve high level results and sustain them. So the question was for the group, as we always challenge our group, we said, okay, so what keeps you from going to the next level? Is it your beliefs, values, attitude, memory, or decisions? Or is it all 5? Who knows? That's introspection, right? So that's why yesterday, for instance, I went to the beach and I spent time at the beach and I listened and I tried to find answers, because that's where I find my answers as to what is happening with me and how I can begin to make changes to have a more prosperous Chamber of Commerce and a more prosperous life, etc., etc. So think about that for your business. It's your beliefs, values, attitude, memory, and decisions. Those are 5 filters that change the way reality is to make it fit your own model of the world, to make it fit the way you were taught, and to change it, right? So it's not real, it's something we've learned. Okay, that's topic number 1. Topic number 2 today was about Kucha, or Pichakcha, or Pichakucha, or however you want to call it. Basically, it's a form of presentation. And it was designed originally in Japan by 2 architects that used to talk too much. So what they decided to do is put together a program or a system whereby there are 20 slides on PowerPoint, for instance, and they give them 20 seconds each slide. And basically what that is that you put together a presentation that's about 6 minutes and a half long. And it's all based on whatever you want to talk about. You can talk about your business if you want. You can talk about things that impassion you, whatever you want to talk about. And then you deliver those presentations in that much time, 6.5 minutes. It's automatic. It runs automatically. And it's basically one topic, one point. We talked about Pichakucha or Pichakcha as something we're going to do as a Chamber of Commerce. We're going to challenge our members again to say, okay, you want to do a presentation. This will be the format you will use. And we have the format, because I've done these a few times. And we have the formats, we have everything we need for that, and we're going to share that with other groups that are local. So we're going to talk to other leaders from other groups around the community and see if they'd like to participate in maybe a Pichakucha night, which is something very common internationally. People do this all the time. They get together at something like a karaoke night, but it's all for speakers and for presentations. But they do Pichakcha or Pichakucha, 6-minute long presentations, not this long drawn out thing. And it's very exciting, it's a lot of fun, and so we're going to do that as a Chamber of Commerce for our members, and we're going to do that for other people at large. So that's it. That's the recap. Remember, this week we have a ton of different events. So on Wednesday night we have something at Genuine, so it's going to be a after-hours networking from 6 to 8. And then here in the office on Thursday night, we're going to have a ribbon cutting for Lee Freeman. She's our business attorney. So we have all kinds of different things, our regular lunches Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we look forward to seeing you guys if you can. If you do, please go ahead and check out of here. Go into YouTube, like this video, subscribe to us, and that way you'll get all the videos we're going to be doing in the near future. So remember, if you have a conflict within yourself about your business, it's likely your business will not progress because it's always about leadership. You might change your employees, you might change your system, you might change your location, but you will always go where you are. It's always about leadership, and leadership must be clear. So we recommend that come by on Monday mornings. We'll talk more about how to change every one of these filtration systems and give you the most empowerment possible. So we'll be doing that very soon. I look forward to seeing you real soon, and you can tell me what you thought about this video just by subscribing and by writing in some comments, okay? So thanks again. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.